Picture this, a region simmering with tension, where every move could tip the balance between peace and chaos. Right now, the United States is flexing its military muscle in the Middle East, rolling out some of the most advanced weapons in its arsenal. From missile shields to stealth bombers, from floating fortresses to precision firepower, this is a buildup that demands attention. So, what's happening? How many rockets are involved? What kinds of weapons are ready to roll? And who might they be aimed at? Buckle up because we're diving deep into the details, step by step, to unpack this high-stakes operation. Let's set the scene. The Middle East has always been a geopolitical hotspot, but lately the heat's been cranked up. At the center of it all is Iran, a country pushing its nuclear program and backing armed groups across the region. Think of Iran as a chess player, moving pieces like the Houthis in Yemen who've been lobbing missiles at ships in the Red Sea, or Hezbollah in Lebanon, with its stockpile of rockets. The US sees this as a threat, not just to itself, but to allies like Israel and Saudi Arabia. So, America's response? A massive military buildup to say we're here, we're ready, and we're not backing down. First up, let's talk defense. The US is deploying two powerhouse missile systems, the Patriot and the THAAD. These aren't weapons that attack, they're shields, designed to stop enemy missiles dead in their tracks. Imagine a medieval knight with an unbreakable shield swatting away arrows. That's what these systems do, but with 21st century tech. Meet the Patriot, short for Phased Array Tracking Radar to intercept on target. It's been a US staple since the Gulf War, where it famously knocked Iraqi Scud missiles out of the sky. Each Patriot battery is a mini fortress, a radar to spot incoming threats, a control station to call the shots, and launchers packed with missiles. A single battery can have up to 16 launchers, and each launcher holds 4 missiles. Do the math, that's 64 missiles per battery. With at least 2 batteries heading to the Middle East, we're looking at roughly 128 Patriot missiles ready to go. These bad boys can take out ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, even enemy jets with a range of about 100 miles. They're fast, precise, and proven in combat. Then there's THAAD, Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. This system is like the Patriot's big brother, built to catch ballistic missiles as they plummet back to Earth. A THAAD battery has 6 launchers, each loaded with 8 interceptors. That's 48 missiles per battery. The US is sending at least 1 THAAD system to the region, so that's 48 more defensive rockets on the table. What makes THAAD special? It can hit targets up to 120 miles away and way up in the atmosphere, stopping missiles before they even get close. Together, these systems bring at least 176 interceptors to the fight, though exact numbers are hush-hush, so this is our best estimate. These aren't just for show. Iran has ballistic missiles, and its proxies, like the Houthis, have been firing rockets at US bases and allies. Patriot and THAAD are the first line of defense, protecting troops, ships, and cities from a rain of destruction. Now let's head to the sea, where the US is unleashing a floating giant, the USS Carl Vinson. This isn't just a ship, it's a mobile airbase, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier that's 1,000 feet long and weighs 100,000 tons. Picture a small city on the water, bristling with firepower and carrying an air force of its own. The Carl Vinson can haul around 60 aircraft, think FA-18 Super Hornets for air combat, EA-18G Growlers for jamming enemy radar, and E-2 Hawkeyes for surveillance. That's a flying arsenal ready to strike, defend, or scout at a moment's notice. But the carrier's not alone, it's the heart of a carrier strike group. Surrounding it are guided missile cruisers, destroyers, and submarines, all packing serious heat. We're talking Tomahawk cruise missiles, long-range weapons that can hit targets 1,500 miles away with pinpoint accuracy. A single destroyer might carry 96 missiles, and a submarine could have 12 to 20. Add in the carrier's own defenses, like the Phalanx CIWS, a rapid-fire gun that shreds incoming threats, and you've got a naval force that can dominate the seas. Here's the kicker. The USS Harry S. Truman is already in the region, and its stay's been extended. That means 2 carrier strike groups, hundreds of aircraft, thousands of sailors, and a missile count that could reach into the hundreds. These ships can blockade shipping lanes, launch airstrikes, or rain tomahawks on enemy targets. It's a floating fortress times 2, projecting power across the Persian Gulf and beyond. Now let's take to the skies with one of the most jaw-dropping weapons in the US arsenal, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Nicknamed the Ghost Plane, this bat-winged marvel is designed to slip past enemy defenses unnoticed. The US is deploying at least 6 B-2S to Diego Garcia, a tiny island in the Indian Ocean that's a strategic launch pad for Middle East missions. Each B-2 is a flying tank, capable of carrying 40,000 pounds of bombs, enough to level entire complexes. The B-2's weapons are next level. It can drop JDAMs, Joint Direct Attack Munitions, GPS-guided bombs that turn dumb explosives into smart ones, hitting within feet of their target. Or there's the massive Ordnance Penetrator, a 30,000-pound behemoth built to smash through 200 feet of concrete, perfect for bunkers or underground layers. With 6 bombers, that's a potential payload of 240,000 pounds of ordnance. These planes can fly 6,000 miles without refueling, strike from anywhere, and vanish before anyone knows they were there. Why Diego Garcia? It's remote but close enough, about 2,500 miles from Iran. The B-2S can launch, hit their targets, and return without ever landing in the hot zone, keeping them safe from retaliation. This is about deep strikes, think fortified nuclear sites or command centers. So who's all this firepower aimed at? The big player here is Iran. With its nuclear ambitions and missile stockpiles, Iran's a top concern. But it's not alone, it's got a network of proxies stirring the pot. Let's break it down. Tehran's got ballistic missiles like the Shahab-3, with a 1,200-mile range, and it's backing militias across the region. The US might use B-2S to hit nuclear facilities or Tomahawks to cripple military bases. Houthis in Yemen, these guys have been firing drones and missiles at ships in Israel. Patriot and THAAD could swat those down, while carrier jets strike their launch sites. Hezbollah in Lebanon. With tens of thousands of rockets, Hezbollah's a wild card. US naval and air forces could target their arsenals if things escalate. Militias in Iraq and Syria, Iran-backed groups here have hit US bases. Missile defenses protect troops while bombers could take out their hideouts. In a conflict, here's the game plan. Patriot and THAAD shield bases and allies from missile barrages. The Carl Vinson's jets and Tomahawks pound enemy positions or enforce no-fly zones. B-2S slip in to hit the toughest targets, like Iran's nuclear labs. It's a layered strategy: defend, deter, and if needed, destroy. But here's the twist. This isn't just about fighting, it's about flexing muscle to avoid a fight. The US is telling Iran and its allies, step too far, and this is what you're up against. Picture a lion roaring to scare off challengers. It's deterrence through strength. 2 carriers, missile shields, stealth bombers, it's a show of force that's hard to ignore. So where does this leave us? With 176 defensive missiles, hundreds of aircraft, untold Tomahawks, and a bomber fleet that could reshape the battlefield, the US is locked and loaded. Will it keep the peace or light the fuse? That's the question hanging over the Middle East. Stay tuned because this story's far from over.
Join Intel Prime channel membership today and get access to exclusive benefits, including early access to new videos, exclusive discounts on Intel products, behind-the-scenes content, live chat with me and other members. Other options will be soon available. Thank you for your support and for helping Intel Prime grow.